Welcome to the stream. It is currently 8:42 in the morning, and we are gonna start off. I did a series on here before, but the audio was really bad, so we're gonna re-film it at a later date. I want to come on in here and talk. The first part of this series, I feel like we should just start from the ground and talk about salvation. So that's what we're going to do. So, to start off with, Jesus is God's Son. And we're just going to start off. Well, let me turn this off. We're just going to start off with John 3:16. Right here it says, "For God so loved the world, that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. For God sent not his Son into the world to condemn the world, but that the world through him might be saved." So, let's just ponder into that real quick. So, for God so loved the world, that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. For God sent his Son, and this is 17, for God sent his Son into this world to condemn, for God sent not his Son into the world to condemn the world, but that the world through him might be saved. A lot of times you see people be like, God, judging us is, that's not okay. That's not the case. God loves you. He knows every head on your hair. I'm just gonna talk a little bit and talk about how good God is, because I'm just gonna say my testimony. I'm gonna talk about salvation a little bit. So, it started all the way back when I was being born, just a little baby, 2001. And I was being born, I was having a stroke. And I actually had seizures until I was like 5, I think. I had to take seizure medicine. And everyone was really worried about me. Like, when I at the hospital, I stopped breathing and I had to be rushed to a different hospital. But they got everything taken care of. And so one day someone walked in the hospital and came and prayed for me. The only thing my mom knows is that they said it was my pastor. They said they were my pastor. But she asked everyone that she knew, and like everyone said that they didn't. So we don't really know who it was. It could have been an angel. It could have been someone that just laid on their heart. But so that's that. and then I had complications. The doctor said I would never walk, or probably not talk either. But that did not happen. I can walk and talk now. um, so that's good. And then I got saved when I was around 6. And I don't have a crazy testimony of how I got saved, but I do have some stuff that, that might help people. I got saved when I was 6 at a Bible school. But then, time went on, and I was like, did I really get saved? So I got resaved when I was 13. Or I don't know if you can get resaved, but I made sure I prayed that prayer again. And I was like, okay. I was so young at 6, But he's faithful every day, all the time. And yeah. So I want to talk about love. And as we all know, God is a author. He is the one who created love. What I just said, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believes in him should not perish but have everlasting life. And it also says, but God condemneth his love toward us, in that, while we were yet sinners, Christ died for us. So, and then it says, he hath not love. 1 John chapter 4 verse 8. He that loveth knoweth not God, for God is love. And then it says 1 John chapter 4 verse 9. In this was manifested the love of God toward us, because that God sent his only begotten Son into the world, that we might live through him. And right here, 1 John chapter 4 verse 19. We love him because he first loved us. So I just want to talk a little bit before I go on. So first off, John 3:16, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever should not believe in him should not perish but have everlasting life. I think that's what it was, but I said that quite quickly, so it might not be. First off, if you don't know God, you do not have to be ashamed to come and offer, be curious about it or ask questions. It doesn't matter what you've done, what you haven't done. I've done a lot of bad things in my life, and I haven't done a lot of good things in my life. But that nobody is worthy of the cross. Nobody's worthy of the cross for what they've done. If you try to act worthy, you're never gonna be. You are because you have worth in him, and that's what I wanted to talk about one of the times, is because you have worth in him. So don't be upset or thinking that you're not worth it or worthy enough, because you are. And love conquers a lot of stuff. So that's how you overcome it. And then this verse at the bottom of John 3:16, it says, For God so loved the world. And then for 17 it says, for God sent not his Son into the world to condemn the world, but that the world through him might be saved. So a lot of people will be like, God judges you. And he does to a certain extent. But like, he doesn't condemn people. That's a myth. And then 18. He that believeth on him is not condemned, but he that believeth not is condemned already, because he hath not believed in the name of the only begotten Son of God. And this is the So I'm just not doing good right now.